When a man finds himself completely drawn to you, his behavior starts to shift in ways he may not even notice. These aren't your typical flirty signals or clear signs of interest. Instead, they're subtle psychological moves that hint at the depth of his attraction. In this video, we're exploring 7 lesser-known, subconscious behaviors men display when they're truly smitten. By understanding these hidden signs, you'll gain a unique insight into male attraction, helping you differentiate between simple interest and genuine infatuation. Whether you're single, dating, or in a committed relationship, this knowledge will transform the way you interpret male behavior and handle romantic interactions. Before diving into these specific behaviors, it's important to understand the psychological state of a man who is deeply captivated by you. This isn't a passing crush or a mere physical attraction. When a man is genuinely enchanted, his brain chemistry undergoes significant changes. Dr. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist, has discovered that romantic love activates the brain's reward system, filling it with dopamine and norepinephrine. This powerful chemical mix leads to intense focus, joy, and even obsessive thoughts about the person he's drawn to. Additionally, a man in this state experiences higher levels of cortisol, a stress hormone, while serotonin levels drop. This shift can result in slightly irrational behaviors and an overwhelming desire to earn your affection. Now that we have this foundation, let's look at 7 psychological behaviors men often subconsciously display when they're genuinely captivated. 1. Lifestyle mirroring. When a man is captivated by you, he might unconsciously start to reflect elements of your lifestyle and values, a phenomenon known as lifestyle mirroring. This isn't about simple mimicry, like adopting your way of speaking or mimicking your gestures. Instead, it's a deeper transformation, where he begins incorporating aspects of your core beliefs and routines into his life, even if they're far from his usual interests. For example, let's say you're passionate about environmental issues and practice a sustainable lifestyle. He might start showing interest in eco-friendly products or recycling, even if he wasn't focused on these areas before. This shift might feel subtle, but it's incredibly powerful because it reveals an effort to align with your values. This mirroring behavior is rooted in a psychological principle called implicit egotism, which suggests that people are attracted to others who reflect parts of themselves. By adapting his lifestyle to yours, he's subconsciously making himself more compatible with you, hoping that you'll perceive him as a natural fit in your life. If you have a love for indie music or contemporary art, don't be surprised if he starts exploring these interests too. Lifestyle mirroring serves as his quiet way of saying, "I'm willing to embrace what matters to you because it matters to me too." This level of alignment shows a commitment that goes beyond surface-level attraction. It's not just about wanting to impress you. It's about finding common ground in your daily life and passions, and that's something people usually only do when they see potential for a deeper connection. 2. Heightened empathy. When a man feels a strong attraction to you, his empathy towards you often intensifies in ways that go beyond usual attentiveness. This heightened empathy isn't just about listening well or offering advice during challenging times. Instead, it's as though he can pick up on your feelings and moods without you needing to say a word. This sensitivity is linked to the brain's mirror neuron system, which helps us interpret and mirror the emotions of those we care deeply about. Essentially, he's tuned into the nuances of your expressions, tone, and body language, allowing him to sense what you're feeling on a deeper level. Studies, such as one published in Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience, reveal that when people see their loved ones in pain, their brains activate in similar patterns to experiencing that pain themselves. This is why he might seem particularly sensitive to your moods, quickly picking up when something is bothering you or when you're feeling particularly happy. For example, if you're having a difficult day, he might instinctively reach out to offer support or a kind gesture, even if you haven't shared much with him. His focus on your emotional well-being shows a level of care that isn't typically present in casual interactions. This empathy can manifest in various ways. He may ask about your day more often, paying attention to your answer with genuine concern, or he may respond to your unspoken needs, offering comfort without you having to ask. This kind of empathy is a strong indicator of genuine attraction because it requires effort, awareness, and a desire to understand you deeply, all signs that his feelings for you go beyond the surface. 3. Intentional self-improvement. A man who is truly captivated by you often starts engaging in a process of intentional self-improvement, aiming to align himself more closely with your values, interests, or aspirations. Unlike superficial changes to impress you in the short term, this behavior involves a meaningful shift in certain areas of his life. Rooted in evolutionary psychology, men who can improve themselves to meet their partner's standards have historically had better success in forming lasting relationships. In modern terms, this translates into strategic personal development tailored to traits he believes will resonate with you. For instance, if he knows you're an avid reader and enjoy discussing literature, he might start reading books you'd find interesting, not just to impress you, but to connect on a deeper intellectual level. Similarly, if he realizes fitness is important to you, he might adopt a new workout routine or healthy habits to align better with your lifestyle. This doesn't mean he's abandoning his identity. Instead, he's working to enhance his qualities to create a sense of compatibility. Intentional self-improvement reflects a significant commitment to making himself a better partner, which is often driven by a desire to be someone you can admire and respect. This behavior shows that he's willing to put effort into your relationship even before it's fully established, indicating he sees you as someone worth the investment. By aligning his habits, knowledge, or lifestyle to fit your world, he's hoping you'll see him as someone who could naturally complement your life. 4. Subtle signs of exclusivity. One of the clearest signs a man is deeply interested is his tendency to create a sense of exclusivity between the two of you through small, subtle actions. This isn't about making grand, possessive gestures or marking territory in an obvious way. Instead, it's about establishing a quiet, almost private connection that distinguishes your relationship from others. For example, in social settings, he might bring up shared memories or inside jokes that only you two understand, signaling a unique bond to anyone paying attention. These behaviors stem from an evolutionary desire to secure a mate, but in today's context, they appear as more refined and subtle signals of attraction. On social media, he might be the first to like your posts or comment on them, keeping himself within your digital space without being overtly possessive. Similarly, he may position himself close to you at gatherings or casually initiate touch, like a light hand on your arm during conversation. These actions convey his interest while also letting others see that the two of you share a distinct connection. Subtle exclusivity allows him to communicate interest without pressuring you or risking rejection. It's his way of setting the relationship apart in a manner that respects your boundaries and subtly lets others know you're special to him. This quiet display of interest signals his affection while respecting social norms, a behavior men often use when their attraction goes beyond the superficial. 5. Selective vulnerability. When a man is genuinely captivated by you, he often reveals selective vulnerability, showing a side of himself that he might not typically share with others. This isn't about overwhelming you with his life story or burdening you with emotional challenges. Rather, it's a gradual, thoughtful opening up process that deepens your connection. The principle of selective vulnerability is grounded in self-disclosure reciprocity, where mutual sharing of personal information fosters closeness and trust. For example, he might share a story about a childhood memory that impacted him or discuss a personal challenge he overcame. He could even open up about insecurities, fears, or ambitions that he typically keeps private. By choosing specific moments to reveal these personal insights, perhaps during a quiet conversation or when you're both in a reflective mood, he's inviting you into his inner world. These revelations are often timed thoughtfully, demonstrating that he trusts you enough to see the more vulnerable sides of him. Selective vulnerability is a powerful way of building intimacy, as it invites a deeper connection and creates a sense of exclusivity. You're being allowed access to parts of his life that he doesn't openly share with others, which is a clear indicator that he sees you as someone special. This level of openness is often reserved for those he genuinely admires and feels comfortable with, making it a strong sign of genuine attraction and respect. 6. Adapting humor to your style. When a man is truly interested in you, he'll often adapt his sense of humor to align more closely with what he perceives as your preferences. Humor plays a significant role in attraction and bonding, and studies, such as those in evolutionary psychology, have shown that a shared sense of humor is consistently rated as one of the most attractive traits in a partner. Rather than simply cracking more jokes, he'll adjust the style of his humor to resonate with you, creating a unique and personalized connection. For example, if he notices you appreciate witty wordplay, he might incorporate more puns or clever language into your conversations. Alternatively, if you're drawn to subtle, dry humor, he might adopt a more understated and deadpan approach. This isn't about changing who he is, but rather about expanding his humor to include styles that appeal to you. Over time, these shared jokes and references can become a language of their own, strengthening your connection through laughter. By adapting his humor, he's signaling that he's attentive to your reactions and invested in creating moments that genuinely make you laugh. This customized humor approach serves as a bridge, helping you form a shared world of jokes and playful banter that deepens the bond between you. His efforts to match your humor style show he's not just interested in impressing you, but in genuinely connecting with you on a level that feels uniquely yours. 7. Thoughtful attention management. When captivated by you, a man may engage in attention optimization, a careful management of the attention he gives to ensure it remains impactful and meaningful. This isn't about playing games, rather it's based on the psychological principles of intermittent reinforcement and the scarcity effect. Studies have shown that when rewards are given inconsistently, they're more effective in maintaining interest. In the context of attraction, this translates into a measured approach where he balances periods of intense attention with moments of lesser contact. For example, he might plan a thoughtful date where he's fully present, actively listening, and making you feel valued, followed by a day or two of quieter communication. This doesn't mean he's pulling away. Instead, he's allowing the quality of his attention to remain high by avoiding routine interaction. The unpredictability of this approach keeps the connection exciting and prevents it from feeling mundane. He's not just interested in being around you constantly, but in making sure his presence feels special and valued. Thoughtful attention management shows that he's serious about making an impact rather than merely filling time. This strategic approach is a sign of maturity and emotional intelligence, suggesting he's genuinely interested in building a meaningful relationship. By creating periods of focused, impactful interaction, he's showing you that he values quality over quantity, which is a clear indication of deeper attraction and respect. If you've watched this far, let us know what you think in the comments below. For more insights like these, check out the recommended video on screen. Thanks for watching.